live and in color, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Wrestling with Savage. Hello? Anybody here? Oh, this must be where they're having Impact, because it's empty.
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're here live again tonight for the Raw 425 results, which tonight was a big night for Randy Orton, his 20th anniversary celebration, which was going to headline Raw. So basically tonight we're going to do something a little different. The show started in the Thompson-Boling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee. And to bring you real quick recap of what happened tonight, so in case you don't want to watch the whole show, you can know at least what happened on Raw right now live. Randy Orton 20th anniversary celebration kicked off the show with a couple of people coming in. Sonya Deville loses to Bianca Belair in their women's championship match. You had a promo between Edge and Damien Priest. Veer Mahon had another win in another squash match. Bobby Lashley wins against Omos in the arm wrestling match. Tamina and Tazawya win versus Dana Brooke and Reggie. You had Becky Lynch returning with another surprise return attached to that. You had Damien Priest winning versus Finn Balor. You had MIZ TV with special guest and one of my new favorite wrestlers, Theory. You also had the return of Mustafa Ali in the MIZ TV segment, which led to Mustafa Ali versus the Miz, with Champa attacking Ali to set that all up. We'll talk about that more later. Also, Rea Ripley did an interview with Liv Morgan attacking her. Obviously, that's setting up a big feud. Mixed tag match for the main event between the USOS, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Ezekiel, Elias's younger brother, and Riddle. And that's pretty much it for the Raw recap. Raw closed off with... we'll get into that later. For now, let's welcome our guest host to the show, David and Jose, who are live from home. I'm live from the studio. How are you guys doing tonight? How was your weekend?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling fabulous over here.
Feeling good?
Oh, hell yeah.
What'd you guys do this weekend? Anything special? Any memories?
Family, man.
Family? It's all about the family. Same for you, Dave? What'd you do? Anything special?
We went out to a lake, all four of us, and had a little grill out there.
Okay, that sounds hella nice. Sounds better than what I was doing, which is working and chores and cleaning and changing diapers.
Saw the Batman too, but I didn't like it very much.
Okay, what'd you think?
Me too.
You both saw the Batman?
Yeah, it was alright.
It was alright.
You saw the Batman too?
Yeah, of course. I went to the theaters to see it on its release day because I'm a huge Batman fan and I'm a big Batman nerd, so I had to be there to see it, even if it was Twilight Boy. Twilight Boy impressed me as Batman, but disappointed me severely as Bruce Wayne. And to get to the bottom line of that movie, the Riddler would have been better played by about 50 other actors. And besides that, it was an okay movie. I did enjoy the Batman scenes, the Catwoman scenes, but other than that, I've seen better. And that's about it for that. So, what do you guys want to get right into it right now? Right into the first segment of Raw? You guys both watched Raw tonight? Enjoyed it a little bit? There was some funny moments.
It had its moments.
It was a better Raw than usual.
Better Raw than much? Better Raw than much. That's a nice botch right there on the live stream. Okay, so let's get into the first segment over here. Randy Orton 20th anniversary celebration. Quickly, this segment turned into almost like a classic Rock This Is Your Life segment, which was quickly saved by Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Ezekiel, Kevin Owens, and then the Usos all came out after KO called Ezekiel a liar. He basically called him a disgusting piece of trash. And this was all, it's just basically a lot of shit talking in the ring. They all came out, said their piece. Randy Orton only got to talk for a little bit, didn't really get to say much. After that, Adam Pearce came out and basically made a match official for the main event of Raw, which would be a 4-on-4 match, which was kind of weird that we didn't see a lot of the other characters in the storyline involved. I didn't see Alpha Academy. I didn't see the Street Profits. So because of this match and because of the Usos' continuance to be on both fucking shows, we again lose another team that doesn't get to give us a good match tonight. So what do you guys think of the segment in general? All the names, the match itself announced? Jose.
I thought
We are live. My bad.
I honestly thought it was the most interesting segment promo I heard. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I totally forgot that it was Randy's 20 year. When I just saw that, I was like, wow. I saw the nice video package. Once again, WWE goes all out, putting this nice, beautiful video package. See Riddle talking. And he just said something that, if everybody just listened carefully, he gave props to Mick Foley for making him who he is. Isn't that interesting that he said that? Meanwhile, Undertaker didn't say that in his Hall of Fame speech. I found that very, very, very interesting. What do you guys think? I mean, I thought that was the most interesting thing to say. I thought it was.
I honestly didn't even. I didn't even catch that. That's a good fucking catch.
I thought it was a shot. I really thought it was a shot. Hey, and it's Randy Orton. Why not, right? It's 20 years. What are you going to say to him today? No?
Yeah. Dave, what'd you think of the segment?
I enjoyed it. I did hear the Mick Foley part, but it didn't catch my
It didn't really
attention
register with me.
Yeah, exactly. I think at that moment I was a little bit of things were going on at the same time, so I was trying to catch both things at the same time, but I did catch most of it. I like how everybody was coming out. It felt almost attitude like attitude era, like how everyone was coming out one after the other to intervene in the whole segment.
Well, if I'm being honest, I was distracted by Ezekiel's tassels the whole fucking time, so I couldn't take my eyes off Ezekiel's Ultimate Warrior-esque look tonight, which we're going to get into later, by the way, because that was what I enjoyed most about that match, when my man Ezekiel started hulking up, and he even did the gorilla fucking press slam, and the tassels are flying, man. It was Warrior Hulkish-esque, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm surprised I didn't catch that, though, Jose, with the Mick Foley, because I was actually really pissed off at Undertaker for not bringing up Mick Foley's name even, like, for a second. But to me, that's a whole fucking episode talking about just that.
I just found it very interesting that he could have just mentioned it, but he kept going at it. So I just found that very interesting. You could just say, shout out to Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Instead, he just went more deep into it, so I was like, wait a minute.
I'm going to have to rewatch that, actually. I'm going to rewatch that.
He went a little too deep into it, and I was like, well, yeah, it's true. He did make, but...
Damn, a lot of guys helped make Randy Orton, as that video package most definitely showed in the beginning of Raw. It was nonstop, just showing how much of a legend, how much work this guy has put in. The whole thing about tonight, which I did love, actually the ending of it I loved, because it just sets up Randy Orton to look great, right? That's the whole point of this. Let everybody know he's still here. He's still the man. He's been doing this 20 years, and guess what? He's still kicking everybody's ass in that ring. And it also gave us a special moment with Cody and Randy being on the same team. I mean, who thought we would ever even see that again? So that was like a cool moment, just seeing them in the ring at the same time and on the same team. With
honestly,
the history they have.
I think he cut the realest promo, because I hear it. I heard this before on the Pat McAfee show. I heard this elsewhere in other networks. He's saying the same thing. He's having fun. And that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's definitely having the most fun of his career.
You can see it in the beginning of the promo. You can just see it toward the end. He's just having a great time. And, hey, happy 20, man. It's one of the greatest of all time. Definitely. First.
I had a good time with the segment tonight. What are you guys ranking it? I gave it a 5-star because it was funny. There was its funny moments. There was hype. There was a lot of action going on. Some good moments on the mic, and it got you hyped for the main event, because you're going to see at least that moment between, for me personally, it was for Cody and Randy being on the same team. I thought that was cool.
Right. I couldn't agree anymore. Same here.
5-star. How about you,
Right,
Dave?
Tommy Dreamer.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. All right. And Dave, how about you? What are you giving it? You on
Oh,
the
I
same
enjoyed
page?
it. You know, it was a 5-star. Like I said, it
Okay.
gave me a kind of an attitude era feel with how all the guys are coming out, and especially, you know, you got to remember that was in their Randy's hometown too. So
Yeah, that's
it was
cool.
giving a tribute to him in his hometown, which is awesome. You know?
Yeah,
that's
that
something
was cool.
WWE doesn't even do actually.
Yeah.
Usually they lose. You lose in your hometown. They actually gave him a tribute in his hometown. So
Yeah, well deserved though. Well deserved
Yeah.
tribute. Well, we
Oh,
can
yeah.
get more into Randy later because we're going to see him again at the end of the night, right? You know, this is starting off. After that, we had what I thought was going to be a blockbuster match. I was hoping for an excellent women's wrestling match, a championship match between Sonya Deville versus Bianca Belair. But instead, what did we get? We got to see one of the most heelish acts of abuse ever that you're going to see. I mean, this match ended like 3 times, and Deville just kept restarting the match, making it then a handicap match. I don't even think she called it a handicap match. She basically just asked Carmella and Zelina to come out and help her beat up Bianca. And of course, this sets up Bianca to look like a badass, beat the hell out of all 3 of them, and then end up getting the dub for the night. Overall, I only gave the match a 2-star because it wasn't really like a match. It was more like just like a segue into their next feud. So that's my take on it. What do you guys? Did you guys watch this? See it?
I wasn't crazy about it. It was actually 3 steps. You know, it started with the excuse me, the regular 1-on-1. Then she went and called it a no count out, and then after that was the no DQ, and that's when Carmella and Zelina came in, and that's where the whole no DQ falls in, because now she can have people helping her. But it was, for me, I felt it was a 2-star. Best part was Bianca winning. You know, that was the best part of the match.
She
Aside
finished
from
strong.
That, it was. Besides that, yeah, she finished strong. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it was just like, why? You know, like, what was the purpose of this? It was, I don't know. I don't get it, and it is what it is.
And Jose, what was your take on it?
I'll tell you right now, I'm going to get a hammer and break my TV into 1,000,000 pieces after the piece of shit that I seen right now. What happened? How do we go from big time Bex versus Bianca to now Bianca versus Sonya Deville and all these mid-card people coming out? Did anybody see the botch of the match? Did anybody see Queen Selina's weave?
Yeah, I pointed that out to Dave. I said, Dave, I think I just saw a weave on the ring post.
What the hell am I watching? The match starts, weave and turnbuckle.
Yeah,
everybody's laughing. Nobody's taking it serious. Everybody's sitting down. I don't know what the hell I'm seeing. I don't know if this was just to kill time, but this is not how you make future stars by putting this piece of crap. I don't know.
I saw a lot of people heading to the concession stand during that part of the match. That's what I saw. They wanted nothing to do with it. That's why. What are you grading it? I gave it a 2. Dave gave it a 2.
And I'm just giving it a 1 for the weave. That's it.
Yeah, 1 for the weave, man. Let's get it here live, folks. It's a 1 for the weave. Okay.
Weave.
We don't need to waste any more time on that segment because it was weak. I mean, it made Bianca look strong, which is great. She's a good women's champion, but I would like to see more competitive matches from her. But I guess because of all the content, tonight they did pack a lot of shit, as you're going to see while we're going right now. Next, there was a promo between Edge and Damien Priest. Edge continues to deliver his strong live on TV. We're going to fuck up nasty. All right, Edge continues to deliver his strong promos, and then he even references Kane as the mayor. He was basically going on talking a lot of shit, his usual thing about his throne and how he's going to take over the WWE. I like how he's not making any real moves in the ring. Everything he's doing is outside of the ring. He's keeping it very psychological. Even when he comes down to the ring later to have a match with Damien, he stays near the Titantron, doesn't go anywhere near the ring. So I like how he is doing that. He basically was talking about the fans don't like it when the truth hits them in their melons. He got in a hillbilly accent and basically said, we're better than all your favorite wrestlers. Went on to abuse AJ Styles a little bit. I gave it a 3-star for the segment. I think Dave liked the promo a little more than I did. I don't know. Dave, what's your take on that promo?
I had about the same rating. I actually enjoyed that hillbilly joke, so that was probably the best part for me. It almost sounded like the same promo he did last week. It was last week, right? We did that kind of similar promo, sitting on the throne, and all about Judgment Day and stuff like that, like Terminator or something. Suddenly, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't give it more because it's like more of the same shit. Like
Yeah.
I can't give it 5 or 4.
Thing.
Jose, what's your take?
I'm giving it a 2.
2. Okay, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You
Tell
get bored easy.
Like, 1, for it being similar, like David mentioned, it's the same thing I heard last week. Yep. That's 1 star right there.
Absolutely.
The other star I liked, if you guys kind of caught it, when Priest started talking the promo, he was talking about punishment and judgment. It kind of reminded me when he was Punishment Martinez back in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
He was TV champ, and he used to use that. So that's another reason why I gave it a star. Just kind of like if anybody just caught that, that's another thing that was caught tonight.
The catcher.
I kind of like that, but I gave it a 2. It's the same thing I heard. I don't really like the chair coming out and him watching. Like I don't think that's necessary at all.
It's more of the same.
You just cut a good promo. You don't need to come out like that. But I don't know. I guess it's better than that hocus pocus I'm seeing elsewhere. So yeah, 2 for me.
All right. After that, we had a match with Veer Mahon versus Sam Smothers. Credit to Dave for finding that guy's name. They didn't even mention this guy's name on Monday Night Raw. And he did take a quick beating. It was just another squash match. But to me, it didn't serve the same purpose as last week's squash match. This one didn't feel like it had the same impact, so I only gave it just a 2-star. Because it was just another squash match with another poor enhancement talent that they didn't even want to name. They didn't even want to mention this guy's name, Dave. So I know you saw the match, and you definitely weren't impressed. I only gave it a 2-star rating. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, you know how I feel. I've been pretty much down on this guy since we started this, and it's the same old BS. So I gave it a 1-star. Actually, I was a little more harsh than you.
I would have been happy if this week, instead of us having another squash match, like do a nasty vignette for this guy. You know what I mean? Do something special for him, just a vignette, and then give somebody else a match.
It's just they're they're trying to do it old school, the give him the enhancement, beat on until he actually gets a natural superstar.
Rinse and repeat. We'll see. My question to both of you is, who would you like to see him actually fight first in a big match?
Nobody. Nobody. I don't want to see him at all. Nobody's interested. Did you see the crowd? This is Knoxville, Tennessee, for God's sakes. We're going back here for SummerSlam. Ain't nobody want to see this guy. I rated no rating. I don't want to see him fight nobody.
Damn.
Nobody.
Ouch. That's kind of harsh, but you know what? I can't blame you, man. He's not. I don't think he's anything super special so far from what I've seen. He looks like a big guy. He's got a big look, but when he starts doing all the moves, I don't know. Because of the way his matches are set up, it's hard to see him do anything because his matches are over in like 22 seconds. And then he's just choking you out, submission, a couple of snarls.
They should have allowed King come out and just ruin it. Just ruin his whole push.
That would have been nice, actually. That would have been actually a good surprise. That could have been maybe the best surprise of the night if they would have did it right. You're right. But, that's not going to happen. After that, we had a promo with Bobby Lashley. It was quick and to the point, which is the best for Bobby. You keep him off the camera for, and I'm not going to make you guys grade this. I'm not going to grade it. I can't grade a segment that's 10 seconds fucking long, okay? So next, it led right immediately to a match between Bobby Lashley versus Omos. It was an arm wrestling match, which was a complete waste of fucking time. This whole thing was a fucking joke. It's just going to lead to another fucking promo from MVP saying the same goddamn thing we've heard for like a few weeks. Like, I can't take it anymore. Like, what are you doing? They're trying to stretch this story way more than is actually there. Because it's like, I don't know. To me, they work good together. Like when they're together. I don't think they work good together when they're talking to each other. Bobby Lashley has no business talking to MVP because MVP will quickly shit on him on the mic. Like, am I wrong?
You're totally right.
Dave, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Tell me the truth about this guy.
No. Lashley, I've always, if it's one thing I've always complained about Lashley, is his promo skills. He never exerts any energy. You don't feel anything. No,
like he has super intensity when he wrestles, but like when he's on the mic, I don't feel the intensity. I only gave this whole match 2.5 stars because it was just so fucking stupid. I don't even know why I'm giving it 2.5 stars. I'm being nice. I'm being nice just because I like arm wrestling. I like arm wrestling, I do, but like it's stupid. It's stupid, especially when it's one-sided like that. Like at least make it more exciting. You had Bobby pretty much like destroy Omos. So, like, you build this guy Omos up who's supposed to be like a god, but Bobby Lashley's just beating him like that and then being a sore loser about it.
I don't know. I never seen back-to-back nobodies that one after the other. One, and a commercial, and then the other one comes out.
You should watch Impact Wrestling. It never happened to you. You always see back-to-back nobodies.
I think TNA will have these moments. This is horrible. What the hell did I just see? I'd rather see that chair that does the 4 massages, you know?
It was a waste. It was a waste of a match. So you're giving it a 0 rating again? Is that a double?
I'm giving it no ratings to nobody. Man.
Double 0 rating.
I don't. Does it even consider that a match? Like, should we?
What did Bobby Lashley do?
It's a segment. It's not a match. I called it a segment because it's not really a match.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's more of a segment. But after that, there's another boring segment. By the way, at this point, people have probably already seen like 6 to 8 different commercials for Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, fucking some other nasty garbage that you shouldn't be fucking buying.
I don't know what you guys were watching. They were promoting the shit out of this X chair that does the 4 massage set. I was like, shit.
X chair? Maybe, I don't know.
They were going in with that.
I'm going to have to look that up. I need a good fucking massage. But, yeah, there was another segment about the R-Truth situation with the double wedding last week. Man, after that, this led to a mixed tag match between Tamina and Tazawya versus Dana Brooke and Reggie. The whole match was trash, but I did really enjoy what the hell did Tazawya do? What's that move called, Dave, that he does off the top rope?
The top
senton.
Rope,
it's like a big but does he have a special name for it?
I don't know. Is that his actual? I don't think that's his finisher.
I think that is his finisher because I think he used to use that in NXT when I used to watch him.
Oh, okay.
The guy's a good worker, but I haven't seen.
You
know why I forgot?
Just the top rope senton.
Bro, I don't think he's been in an actual wrestling ring for a match on TV in over like 2 years. Like he's always just in the back pinning someone for the 24/7 title. So like,
he hit that senton clean though. Man.
Yeah. If you rewatch that match, I gave it 2 stars, but only because of the senton, because he gets like some serious fucking height on that thing, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna rate this piece of crap. All I'm gonna say is
we got 3.
Confused. I'm confused because there was a moment where Dana Brooke was getting dominated by Tamina, and they're grabbing each other's hair, and they're somewhat like trying to kiss. So I'm a little confused at the whole storyline. I don't know who writes this crap, but I don't know. You guys can explain that to me. I don't know where this storyline is going. It's just very confusing to me. Now we got lesbian scene. I don't know what the hell this is about. This ain't wrestling.
So yeah, it was bad, right? Overall, it was terrible. No,
terrible. Not
watchable. Not must-see TV, right?
I think I'd rather watch Almost.
Almost. Well, you heard it here, folks. He wants to watch Almost. I can't go that far. That's pretty drastic.
Almost, because he's not there.
It's like you're trading one nobody for another nobody, and I don't appreciate it. Did you even enjoy when R-Truth got involved? Like, the only thing I enjoyed from this match was at the end of the match, when R-Truth, who, by the way, was the special guest referee in this whole shit show, he tried to sneak up and pin Dana Brooke. I did enjoy that. I thought that was kind of funny. That was the only part of the segment that was funny. Did you catch that, Jose?
I think they're just trying to save, great legends like R-Truth to save a horrible segment. This is just bad. I don't know if...
Yeah.
Who writes this? Freddie Prinze Jr.? Like, what the hell am I watching, man?
Maybe David Arquette is the new writer. I don't know.
Probably, or Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville probably wrote this. I'm laughing right now.
Oh, it's definitely not Danny Tanner.
Just horrible. It's just horrible.
Danny Tanner is dead.
I I read something that Freddie Prinze Jr. is trying to
To
start
get his
own
job back?
promotion.
Yeah.
No, he's trying to start his own promotion.
Oh, no, I think he actually is starting. I think you're right. I think he's starting his own promotion, which that's going to be fucking terrible. Just like this fucking promo from Becky Lynch was fucking terrible. Coming out looking like Miley fucking Cyrus. Yo, she came out to the ring looking like a fucking hot mess. She looked like some fan. She didn't even look like Becky Lynch. Came to the ring all depressed, talking shit, how she left Raw 3 years ago, the champion, and without her belt, she doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know who she is anymore, Dave. She forgot. She also forgot to look in the fucking mirror before she leaves the fucking house. This shit was a fucking complete shit show. The only thing that saved this fucking shitty promo was the return of one of my favorite female wrestlers, which is Asuka. We had the surprise return, which was very cool. It's rare that you get a surprise on Raw, because usually you know everything that's about to come, and it's usually bad. So it was nice for a change. I gave it a 5-star for the surprise and the surprise only. Were you hyped to see Asuka come back? David? Dave?
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking up with my cues tonight. Good God.
When the music came on, I was shocked. I was like, oh, snap. Asuka's back. That's awesome. So I was just hoping maybe she did a little different. But, she came out, pretty much did the same thing. But it was still cool to see her. So, yeah, I definitely gave the 5-star for that.
Now, Jose, would you? I'm waiting for him to give it another 0.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, I appreciate you gave that 5-star, Savage. I really do. I mean, I couldn't agree more, but just for the different reasons. First of all, I didn't even know that was Asuka. I didn't even know the music. I think other fans was just there like this, like I didn't even know. But it was very, very nice surprise. I liked it. I thought Becky Lynch came out like a star. I thought the promo served its purpose. She's down, she's out, her hair, her facial. I mean, everything about her. I told you guys, she's a fucking star, and that's what a star does. And she delivered it, and she will make Asuka hopefully over the top. Asuka came out, did her thing, flicked her face. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a great segment. I thought it was a 5-star.
5-star? Wow, okay. So Jose's definitely a fan of Asuka, for sure. And she's awesome. She really is. So I'm glad to see her back on Raw. After that, we had a promo. It was Street Profits. They had a little vignette to remind you what was going on between the Profits and RK Bro. They came out, cut a little promo. More of the same. You want the smoke, all that, blah, blah, blah. After that, we got the match that I was actually anticipated, was the most anticipated for the night, which wasn't even the main event. I was actually looking forward to Finn Balor versus Damien Priest, because on paper it sounds like a great match. But the results we got were more of the same, with Edge playing more mind games from the top of the stage. I did like Damien Priest's entrance. I thought it was a very cool idea for him to come out with Edge's music first, then kick off into his music. Out of the whole match, there were some good spots, but the best move of the night for that match was that chokeslam Damien Priest gave. It was a very powerful looking kind of chokeslam, and basically from what I saw, Edge made a distraction by just standing up. I guess standing up from 56 feet away is enough to cause Finn Balor to lose his shit and lose the fucking match. Which I didn't like that, because I wanted more of a match. So I gave the match only a 3.5. Because the match got cut short. And I have a feeling, in my opinion, that Edge has his eyes on Finn Balor, but not the Finn Balor we see on TV. He has his eyes on the Demon. And I think he wants to take the Demon and make him his personal little fucking pet. Which I'm all for. What's your take, Dave?
For me, first of all, I don't know if you guys caught onto it, but if you notice that entrance looked kind of familiar. Did you catch it?
I saw a little bit. I know.
Did the entrance remind you of anyone that's no longer in WWE?
I know you think it does. I think it reminds you a lot. Tell me.
It reminds me of Karrion Kross's entrance.
Oh,
with the bird in the background.
Right, that's right. See, that's how irrelevant he is. That you told me about him like an hour ago, and I already forgot about it.
You forgot it.
That's how fucking irrelevant Karrion fucking Kross is.
I mean, in all honesty, like, his entrance was actually pretty cool, and the fact that they never used it for him, changed his whole character when they brought him to Raw, and then now, after he's released, suddenly Edge and Priest is coming out to the kind of the similar idea. I don't know. I just found that. I noticed it right away. I was like, wait a minute, this looks familiar.
Well, that's because Edge has a job, and Karrion doesn't.
Well, not a job in WWE at the least.
What are you rating that match?
I gave it a 3 for the same feeling. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Edge stands up from his throne, and suddenly Finn is like, like brainwashed or something, that he can't focus on the match. Like, it just didn't go right for me.
Yeah. And Jose,
what about
Jay?
you, Jose?
Oh man, I'd give it a 2.
2?
Yeah, I give it a 2.
Ouch.
I've already seen this match too many times on Raw. Kind of sick of it. It just keeps going back and forth. I thought the nice spot was the Razor Edge when he did it on the ring apron. I thought that was probably that, and like you said, that choke slam. That was pretty much it. It was really nothing glamorous. This is just a prime example of Vince just burying a great talent like Finn Balor. It's just horrible to see. It's just horrible to even rate it this low for a guy that's so talented. I just give it a 2 overall. I wasn't really feeling it, man.
I don't blame you. Yeah, definitely burying Finn, but I'm hoping that they're burying Finn for a good reason, which is to build a strong stable with hopefully Edge. Because I feel like that's what this next few months is going to be about. Every one of Edge's targets is going to be someone he wants in his little club. You know what I mean? Maybe that's where this is all headed, bigger storyline-wise, but I guess we'll have to wait a few months to find out how that's all going to play out. After that, we had a segment of MIZ TV, which then turned into a match. We had another surprise return again, which is super rare for a Monday Night Raw. It's very rare that you get one good surprise, let alone 2. I wouldn't say that the second one was a good surprise, but it was still a surprise. So we got Mustafa Ali back in the WWE, and we had a funny little moment between the Miz and Mustafa when Miz is like, "You still work here?" Because it's funny. It's funny to see this guy. He was talking a lot of shit for a long time, and now all of a sudden he's back on Monday Night Raw like nothing happened, nothing was said. So it was funny. This all set up Austin. Theory. This all set up for a Theory to end up looking like a boss at the end of the night. The new U.S. champion. Did you guys notice that the best part of this whole segment was when Miz was telling Mustafa, "No, we can't have no match tonight." You know, he's like, "What do you think? I can just wave my magic fucking wand and make matches happen tonight?" And then Austin Theory said, No, Miz, don't worry. I can. I just texted Vince, and I got you a match against Mustafa. I like what the subtle touches they're doing with Austin Theory. They're really slow building this guy up. You know, instead of him having a match tonight, he had an important piece in a segment, and he ended up becoming the funniest person in that segment, and to me, having the most memorable moment of the night for that segment. Overall, I gave the match a 4-star. It had a good finish. It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Dave, what'd you think of this match?
I enjoyed the match. The match was good. I really enjoyed that part with Theory, with the texting and saying, "Hey, don't worry about it. I got you, buddy." And I love that part. That part was hilarious. Theory, actually, before I didn't like him much. Now he's starting to grow on me a little bit with this whole storyline thing. So I'm giving him his props where it's due. So as far as the match itself, I give it about 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
You?
Yeah. The match, I gave it a 3-star. I gave it a 3-star because there was good wrestling. There was good traditional wrestling, but it led to a lot of flippy-floppy bullshit. And, I don't know. It was just a lot of that same old from Mustafa that I've seen so many times in the past. Miz also tonight, his performance to me was really weak. Everything he did tonight lacked intensity. He didn't hit the ropes hard. He didn't punch hard. He didn't kick hard. He surely didn't fucking chop hard. And then Mustafa was trying to chop. And how much is a chop from an 80-pound guy soaking wet going to hurt? I mean, I don't know. Miz had good control of the match. In the end, Ali pulled off a really nice DDT, and they set up a nice creative pin, which helped Ali pick up the win. And there was also a big-time neck breaker that he did.
Like
that was probably the move of the match, for sure.
Yeah, that middle rope rolling into that reverse neck breaker.
Did you catch this match, Jose?
Absolutely.
What were your thoughts?
I'm gonna tell you something. It was going. I'm gonna start off. If you don't mind, from the segment.
Sure.
It was just going 5-star for me. It was going like this, and then you know what happened? As soon as we hear Mustafa Ali's music hit, it just went straight down into the toilet, because that's exactly what I saw. I don't know what you guys were watching. That's exactly what I saw. Why was Mustafa Ali out here? Nobody was even standing up. I don't know if you saw. There was like a little girl there, and she was like, I was like that. That was me, because I don't know.
Man.
I don't know what the hell I was seeing. It made no sense to me. There was some nice spots, like you mentioned, like the finisher and all that, into the nice small package. Yeah, very nice spinning tattoo by Mustafa Ali. But overall, what the hell? Like,
surprise.
Really, the only thing I liked about the Miz was basically said, "Wish you got your walking papers." I think I wish he got it too.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
I don't know what was the point of this. Ali's not going to be a star. He's just, I guess just a mid for Theory to get by for the next pay-per-view. I don't know.
Yeah, I rarely agree with the Miz, but I agree with the Miz on that one. He definitely should have got his fucking walking papers. But at least Theory came out of this still looking like a fucking absolute stud, and he didn't even have to lift a fucking finger except to text Vince. So I'm glad what they're doing with Theory. You know, they're not going to kill him in the ring every week. Instead, they're going to let him have some fun moments with the vignettes and stuff. So I agree. Mustafa sucks. What are you going to do?
Put with Ali. You know what's going to happen? It's just going to make me like Theory less. Like, why? Come on. We already seen what he did with the Miz.
I don't think that's possible.
It's not even the Miz's fault.
Anyway, I read today in the rumor mill.
Cartwheels. I don't want to see that.
Did you hear this, Jose, today? That Vince McMahon personally said that Austin Theory reminds him of a young John Cena.
I see it. Yeah. But he got to get a little more bigger, man.
Just a little bit. Well, anyway, after that, we had a promo from Rea Ripley, which then just ended with Liv Morgan attacking her. Rhea was talking about how everybody's beneath her and she's sick and tired of teaming up with people that aren't on her level. And that they threw her in the tag team division. Yeah. Go ahead, time out.
I'm sorry, I apologize. We forgot that Champa attacked Ali at the end.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Champa. Yeah, but that's because it was so poorly done. I didn't even remember it because it wasn't meaningful at all. First of all, Ali's debut wasn't meaningful, his re-debut. And then, what are you going to do? I feel so bad for Ciampa. So bad. You have this incredible talent making his real debut, you know, and instead of you pairing him with like a good worker to have a nice story with, they put him in a random segment with Ezekiel, and now he has a random, like, not even a match. He just comes out and he just comes in and has a run-in, like an option in WWE 2K22 or something. Like, the shit is sad, bro. I feel bad for him, man. He deserves better.
I think I'm seeing something different. I'm just gonna say that I liked it because Ali is trash, right?
You just enjoyed watching Ali get beat up.
No. He's trash. So Ciampa comes out, attacks. We don't know why. Then we cut into Rea Ripley cutting the promo. It's kind of setting up the theories that I've been hearing online about them joining Edge stable. I mean, they're both turning dark.
Ciampa and Rhea.
You know, Ciampa's a heel. We know Ripley's a heel. Ripley was all dark.
What do you think about my theory about them wanting to recruit the Demon?
If you don't know, Ciampa nickname is Black Heart in NXT.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come on, I know Ciampa, bro. I love Ciampa.
It will go into that direction. I kind of liked it. I thought it was a little statement like that. I just like how it transitioned into that promo.
What do you think about my idea about Finn Balor, the Demon, joining as well?
I think Finn Balor needs to ask for his walking papers.
Well, anyway, after that segment with Rhea Ripley, we had another segment with Alpha Academy and KO. Seth Rollins, they were coming back into a vignette with Seth and KO and everything that was going on before the Usos interrupted and said they better get in line. The bloodline. because we need the dub tonight. Yeah, another promo. And then after that, we had a promo with Omos talking shit. There was like 4 promos in a row, and like maybe 3-4 different commercials too. So it was a lot of talking tonight on this Raw for sure. After that, we had the main event, which was the Usos KO, Seth Rollins, and it's Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Ezekiel, and Riddle. Overall, it was a good, fun match that did a good job of showcasing everybody fairly well, but it was very special to watch Randy Orton just go fucking absolute bonkers, turn the whole fucking thing into a massive RKO party. If you ask me, the real winner of that match was Randy Orton and the announce table, because that announce table took a lot of fucking damage, especially from KO. I thought it was going to break with KO, and then when it didn't break with KO, I was like, that is a well-made announce table. Okay? It was just fun. And then to see the ending with Randy Orton and Riddle, like in Ezekiel, and Cody Rhodes, and everybody had an assist and another RKO, and then another RKO, and then it was like a fucking a big knee from Riddle into a 3D RKO, and then another RKO from the top rope, and Uso took it well, actually. Good fucking bump. Holy shit, I liked it. I had a good time with the match for what it was supposed to be, which is a farewell to Randy Orton's 20th year, a celebration of his career, and how great of a man and a wrestler and a fucking legacy he has. They made him look like a god at the end. He literally single-handedly beat the shit out of the whole team and then came in and got the dub. So for that alone, for what it was supposed to be, I'm giving it a 5-star. I'm giving it a 5-star because it made Randy look like a boss. David, you saw it. What do you think?
For me, I enjoyed the match. Some of the standouts for me was Ezekiel looked pretty good for his second match on Raw. Pretty good for a new guy that just joined.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into Ezekiel and Cody for a couple of minutes. For now, you look great.
I enjoyed it very much, especially when he was like, speak with Zeke and all that. It was great. He actually did really well in that match. Seth actually did a nice reverse superplex on Riddle. I thought that was very clean the way he did that. And Randy with the reverse suplex on the table on 3 different people, that was great. The what I would like to call it the RKO Symphony was. I mean, what else can you ask for? Like that crowd must have left that place so happy, just seeing so many. That's like me seeing 7 Stunners in one night. That's the best. You couldn't ask for more as a fan. So I definitely will say as a 5-star, probably even more.
Okay, Jose, what
about you, Jose?
The same views, Jose, or do you have a different picture painted? You had the different TV on, right?
I don't know, man. I can't even go into that 5-star. You guys are generous. I love the enthusiasm. I love the spirit that you guys are giving these 5 stars. It's much appreciated. But I don't do that crap. All right, man. This is an 8-man tag. First of all, has some nice spots. It did make Ezekiel look like a star. I don't get the whole Ultimate Warrior thing going on. I'm not a fan of it. Sorry. I wasn't even a fan of Warrior that much. No offense. Great Hall of Famer. Rest in peace. But I don't understand that. If somebody could explain that to me, that'd be great. There was some nice spots. That inverted suplex that Seth did that David mentioned was a nice spot. I thought that was pretty cool. It made Cody look like a star. He did a nice reverse suplex, which was really cool. I thought it served its purpose. I see what WWE is doing with Cody. As soon as his music hits when he comes out, he's already giving the belt to the kids, and that's what it's all about. And the fans are up, and they're behind him. He's getting big pops no matter what he does. He's looking like God mode. I mean, we're starting to see it. I mean, it's going to take some time, but we're starting to see little things. Jimmy and Jey Uso did their thing. I believe it was Jay, right, that took that super RKO from the top? I think so, yeah. Right? Yeah, he took that RKO from the top. I thought that was a great spot of the night. Overall, just did it. I wish I saw a little more Randy. I didn't like the part when Seth knocked him down from the corner. I thought that wasn't cool, especially on your 20th anniversary, is your day. I just wanted to see a little more Randy. I thought that was more about. I know they're trying to make, I guess, Elias, Ezekiel, Ultimate Warrior, whatever you want to call him, a star. But for me, I kind of like that whole Drifter Elias thing. I'm talking about the NXT gimmick back in the day, not even when he was called up. That was always my favorite gimmick. I'm not really feeling it, but he did look like a star. Got to give the props to the guy. I mean, overall, I can't just give it a 5, but I'll definitely give it a 3 for sure. I just wish I saw a little more Randy. It just kind of really just gave me a sour taste on that. I thought that's what it was more about. I just wish I saw it more in the tag match. That's all.
Yeah, not a bad take at all. I'll tell you why those tassels are big time, though, because those tassels right there are an automatic spark. It's an automatic conversation. It's an automatic goosebump. It's an automatic feeling that certain fans around the world, and trust me, there's millions of them, that will see that either tonight or later on, and it's gonna touch them in a certain way. They're either gonna like it or they're gonna be fucking pissed about it. Whether they like it or not, them putting those tassels on him are gonna send a ripple into the wrestling community tonight, because it made me feel a certain way. Just seeing him pose, seeing him hulk up, and they made sure to do the back shot from the Gorilla Press Slam too. They didn't want to show you his face when he was doing that shit, because they wanted you to just have that vision of the Ultimate Warrior picking someone up over their fucking head and just launching them, So there's like a lot of nostalgia with that little piece. So you might not like the Warrior, you might not love the Warrior, but the Warrior has a huge legacy in the WWE, and they don't really let a lot of people fuck with those kind of things on the main event roster. And the fact that it's not some new guy, like if this was someone we never knew before, this wouldn't be working. This gimmick wouldn't be working, and that wouldn't even be a thing. You would be like automatically disrespected by it. But because we know who it is, at least for me, I know it's Elias, obviously, right? The work he's doing, they present him with a whole new character, a whole new gimmick, and he's killing it. You don't think he's killing it, Dave? You don't think he's doing a good job? Looking like he looks like a superhero.
Well, like I said, I really enjoyed him in this match. He came out funny. You could see his skills. Yeah, he had the tassels, and the tassels is probably a tribute to Warrior.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
I personally, like when I was a kid, my mom didn't allow me to watch wrestling. I didn't watch wrestling until I was an adult. But a lot of the times I remember seeing those videotapes in those rental places, and where you see Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
And Ultimate Warrior looks so cool with his hair and the face paint and the tassels and all that, going crazy and all that. It's cool to see him give a tribute his own. Probably that was his way of tributing to Warrior, or maybe that's something that he's throwing in with the gimmick. I'm actually starting to enjoy the gimmick, and it's funny.
He was really funny tonight.
We all know he's Elias. It's just go with the gag.
He was really funny tonight. Did you notice when he was in the tag match, like the way he was really asking for a tag? Like he was so fucking into it, man. He's like, "Well, I got you, man." It's just his energy, his level of effort, and the fact that symbolism. That's all it is, Jose. When people see that thing on his arm, they're automatically thinking Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior, and then that Macho Man, Andre the Giant. Legend after legend after legend. Like all the legends, all the matches he had legends with. He had matches with everybody, all the big old school legends. And it all comes through that little thing. It's crazy.
And now you want to hear Zeke speak.
Yeah, you got to want to hear Zeke speak.
I know you guys love Warrior, but this is a piece of crap, all right? I'm tired of hearing all this suck of, oh my God, the Warrior. Yeah, he had his moments, but we don't need another parody of the Warrior, all right?
So, wait, are you not a fan of the Warrior Award?
A guy named Elias. He looks like a stud. He could be a main eventer, and you put him into a comedy. Like for that, you might as well put him for the 24/7 championship. That's what we should see him do again. He should just win.
I nominate him for next year's Warrior Award. Ezekiel for the Warrior Award next year. He's
Listen,
a fucking hero.
Dana Warrior's crying.
You're killing it now.
Crap that she's seeing every night.
You're killing it now.
That's what she's doing right now. She's crying.
That's a reach.
She's crying. That's what I'm seeing right now.
I don't think she's crying, man. That's a little far. It's a little hard.
It is crap.
That's messed up. All right. Well, other than that, the only other thing I enjoyed about that last main event was just watching the moment where you get to see Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes in the same ring together. That to me was it's what's going to make me give Raw a 4-star tonight overall. I only give it a 4-star. I can't give it a 5. I give it a 4. I've seen better Raws, and I've seen better utilization of talent over the years on Raws. That was my biggest gripe with Raw tonight. It just underutilized so much talent, and there were so many filler moments and promo moments that we could have had 1 or 2 other matches. That's all I would have liked to see. Again, the same complaint. More clean matches on fucking Raw. I gave it a 4. David, what are you giving it, man?
For me, it had its handful of good moments. A lot of good surprises, especially for a Raw, where we rarely get surprises. So even for Ali, I don't like Ali neither, and don't make sense because, he looks like a hypocrite. You went all complaining all this crap, and then suddenly you're there like nothing happened. So that's the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing here? But anyway, it was still a surprise nonetheless, so I give him that. And overall, the ending was good. I like the end, like I said. I feel like the fans probably went home happy. So like 6 RKOs, and it was a nice way of attributing to Randy Orton and his 20 years of hard work. And like I was talking with George earlier, we were saying, hey, is this a sign of what we think could be possible of him possibly breaking the record of 17-time champion, who is this a sign of that with this tribute? Because, usually they do things like this, but never like at this nature. It has to be specific for a reason. So, I don't know. Thinking in the past, these are those little ways. They're like Easter eggs of kind of giving you a hint, if you catch on to it. So who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But nonetheless, I give it about a 3.5. It was better than I expected, so I liked the surprises, and the end was good. The beginning and the end was good. What yours, eh?
Here it comes.
I thought it had its submittable messages, like the Randy Orton, Mick Foley, that right there I thought was a shot. I still do. I like the Rhea Ripley promo. I thought she looked like a star there. Liv Morgan is a star, if you guys did not know.
Nah.
You can wrestle.
Nah, they need to send her back to NXT, man. She had 4 botches on TV in the last month.
She can wrestle, but she still needs work. But Rhea Ripley looked like a star here. Ciampa, I thought, came out like a little bit like a star. Hitting a nobody that nobody cares about. I really didn't care about Ali coming out and interrupting probably was going to be a great promo overall. Theory came out. I'm not surprised by that. We'll see where it goes. If it goes with Theory and Ali, I'm going to be honest, I'm not interested. And I don't think Theory should be stooped to that low. I love the promo with Big Time Bex. When Asuka came out, I thought that was great. I thought Big Time Bex served the purpose with the promo. Hit rock bottom. Now she's going to come to the top because that's not who she is. I think she proved it, and I think she showed it. She came out always as a star. Who couldn't like the finisher, right? There's 5, 6 RKOs everywhere. Everybody's getting thrown off announce tables from KO all the way to Rollins. Who couldn't like that, right? And then the spot with Jey Uso from the top. It could have ended perfectly. Overall, I just wish I saw more Randy Orton. I didn't like that from the beginning, and I didn't like it at the end. I just felt like he should have talked more. It's his day. You showed this video package, how he beat Hardcore Holly on SmackDown, and as soon as he's talking or whatever, we just get all this music entered and interruptions and interruptions and interruptions, it's a little too much. I just wish Randy had more of the spotlight. I didn't really see it here, so I'm gonna give it a 3.
I totally agree with you on a lot of the things. I agree with you on the beginning segment where Randy should have had way more time to talk and say whatever he wants. But you got to think about it like this. They probably went to Randy and said, what do you want to do tonight? It's your night. And he probably said, he looked around, he said, I want to have fun with all my boys. Like, I want to wrestle with Cody. I want to wrestle with Seth. I want to wrestle with Kevin. I want to wrestle with the Usos. Let's have maybe he came up with this. He might have booked this whole thing himself and then, of course, book the ending. Because you didn't get a lot of Randy in the beginning, like you said. But I don't know how you didn't get enough Randy at the end. He might not have been in the whole match the whole time. But that finish was so fucking clean. I mean, and just think about this. Tonight was supposed to be his celebration, headlined by the 20th anniversary and all that good stuff. But this guy made his debut with a win over Hardcore Holly on April 25th, 2002 edition of SmackDown, man. And now 20 years later, he's closing out Monday Night Raw, 14-time champion.
In his hometown.
In his hometown. One of the greatest wrestlers, in-ring performers, sellers, storytellers of all time. And he's closing it out in a Stone Cold way kind of fashion. Like, just kicking the shit out of everybody and ending the show with all the kids going to bed knowing that Randy Orton is still the fucking man.
He didn't really do much of the work. I'm sorry. I think Riddle did more. He did most of it, plus the Usos did a lot. He just really just stood there. And then as soon as we thought he was going to do moves, Seth Rollins comes out of nowhere and knocks him out. Everybody's like, oh.
Yeah, but don't forget, Seth's trying to be the bad guy. That's Seth's job. Seth's job, he did his job. His job was to piss you off tonight, and he did it.
Don't forget, this is his night. He's not supposed to be doing much.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
This is just Comedy Central writers writing this crap.
Damn, son.
This slow.
It's traditional, man. Come on. It's been like that for years, brother. Come on. You can't deny that. If it's someone's night, they're going to give that night to that guy. And there's been so many times, you can even think back when like Triple H and stuff, when they were trying to celebrate stuff for him, he just sat in the ring and then came and got a sledgehammer, hit him with a sledgehammer. Whoa, that's it, it's over. So yeah. Come on. It's typical. It should be already normal to us, you know.
Overall, I did have a good time. I enjoyed Raw tonight. So I've seen better. But I still, like I said, I gave it a 4-star. I'm being generous because it had a good ending. The ending was nice. Just the visual of Cody and Randy in the ring at the same time. And don't think that's not going to set up something in the future. They're doing something very particular for Cody, for Randy, for Roman, for Seth, and Edge. Let's not forget Edge. I told you, I've named them. These are the 5 guys. These guys, man, they're going to all have the title in their hands over the next 2 years. Everybody I just named.
I'd rather see something different.
Like what?
I'd rather have some Ciampa winning the belt, some Rhea Ripley winning the belt. I agree with Ripley. I've seen him win the belt. You can't carry a belt.
You're 100% right when you said Ripley looks like a superstar.
She looks a star in this promo. That's it.
She looks like the baddest. She looks like the real baddest bitch in the WWE. Not Ronda Rowdy, non-entertaining Rousey.
The promo served the purpose. I have a feeling she's definitely joining an Edge faction. And so is Ciampa. I mean, why cut it into that transition? Think about it. Ciampa attacks Ali, commercial break. Now we see next coming up, Rhea Ripley promo. And she's all dark, all black. That doesn't
she's
get your brain thinking. Doesn't get your brain thinking a little bit like
100%.
The online rumors are true.
Makes sense.
I think it is, but I think they're gonna slowly turn the nowhere in sight. The Tribal Chief taking a much needed break.
Don't know what to do with
Brock Lesnar. No, I think you were right. He might have hurt his arm. Either that or he's just on vacation, man.
He's just on vacation.
He's chilling. He is probably on a very nice beach.
That arm.
Yeah.
That's what everybody came for. They want to see the champion, but the champion's not around.
The question is, where in the world? And that's how we're going to close the show tonight because it's 12:30. We hit our hour marker on our Raw recap and we all had a good time doing it, I hope. But that's the question that I'm going to leave you guys with. Where in the world is Roman Reigns? Where in the world is Roman Reigns? Where are you, Roman? You guys have any closing thoughts? Want to tell the peoples to follow you anywhere? To check out your socials?
Well,
David wants to be on the cover of the show now. So now I'm going to have to find a way to Stone Cold stun him in Texas.
We all know where this is heading. It's no secret. Roman's gonna fight Drew. It's all there. It's all
still going there with the house show tours. Yeah,
they're gonna have a great match without a doubt. Two of the best. I already seen this already. We saw it in Survivor Series when they were both champions. I just didn't like the finish there. Hopefully this is a straight up match, but let's face it, nothing with Roman is a straight up match, so something's gonna get ruined in the finish. That's where it's heading. I mean, I don't know what's heading after that. I just feel like they don't know what to do, and they don't want to really put him much in the spotlight just because they don't know what to do with him.
I'm telling you right now, no one's taking the belt off Roman Reigns until next year. Maybe Rumble. Survivor Series, the earliest. But I think he's going to keep it. He might even keep it at WrestleMania, man. Put down The Rock. Family bloodline, they're gonna make it the biggest match.
Oh, man.
You know, man.
Rock's
I think if he's gonna wrestle The Rock, it's not gonna be for the title.
It doesn't need to be for the title, but maybe The Rock wants it to be for the title. And what The Rock wants,
more reason.
The Rock,
more reason why they wouldn't. Why would The Rock want the title? Because
he's not. Well,
he wouldn't want to be the title because he doesn't want to let people to think that he's going to be there longer.
Hold on.
Why would he wrestle?
If The Rock even decides to fight Roman, you honestly think Roman's going to lose? Roman's going to still walk out with the title, so they wouldn't care. They'll put the title on the line because they know Roman's going to walk out with it.
Exactly. That's even worse because it gives it away more. Why give it away with the belt? When you're gonna know, Roman's not gonna lose to The Rock.
What if The Rock wins the Rumble? What if he wins like maybe the belt at the Rumble or something, and then Roman comes out, wins the Rumble, and then wins it back from The Rock?
That makes more sense because then now he's the head of the table, truly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So that will make sense if you throw in the title in there. But
would you like to see one more Rock?
Story, I don't think that story needs the title. I think it's more about its family legacy.
In general, though, would you guys like to see The Rock have one more title run before his days are done?
No.
You guys are eloquent.
I would enjoy a match with him, but not for the title.
I don't even want to see him wrestle, but we're gonna have
Why
to.
Not?
I'm not saying right now, guys. It could be even 5 years from now. You're saying you never, not even 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like some Hulk Hogan type of shit. You don't want to see The Rock come back, rock up, and just get his title back?
You didn't like what about with Stone Cold? Stone Cold 19 years later returned.
I would have been I would have been okay with that.
Why? Because he's already returned.
I would have been okay if he would have just came out after the Brock Lesnar match and just stunned him and took the title. I would have been okay with that.
When is it?
Of course, I would have been agree with that too.
Yeah, you see more of The Rock than you do Stone Cold. We don't really see Stone Cold.
That's true. Well, we haven't seen The Rock.
I don't want to see The Rock.
We haven't seen The Rock since fucking 29.
It's not as excessive. It's not as excessive as like The Undertaker or something.
When was the last time The Rock's been in the ring though, like in a match? It's been a minute.
Since John Cena, huh?
That's almost 10 years. We're almost on 10 years, Dave.
You got a hernia,
Dave. I can't believe it's been 10 years since The Rock's had a match.
Yeah, dude, time flies.
It feels like it was yesterday. Because I was there for his last match. I can't believe I can say that. I witnessed The Rock's last match live.
Nice.
That's fucking crazy. Nice. I never thought I would be able to even say that.
But me too. I would never thought I'd say I saw Stone Cold's last match.
You saw Stone Cold's last match. I got to see The Rock's last match.
I never thought I would see that.
And we're never going to get to see Triple H's last match, which is a fucking shame.
Unfortunately. But at least we could say that we were there when he returned.
Yeah, we were there at his peak.
Oh,
we were there at his peak, and that shit was incredible. One of the best nights of our young lives.
Hell, we met him.
So you guys saw The Rock made a fool out of himself because he couldn't wrestle and he was missing all the spots and he got a hernia and all that. You guys liked that match?
I didn't watch. That was him. I didn't go to that WrestleMania.
That was horrible. What the hell was I watching? I'd rather watch The Rock and Cena in Miami.
I don't know. I got to see CM Punk versus Undertaker, which made up for all of it.
Yeah, you know what? I think
Very
that's
nice.
probably one of the most underrated matches that nobody talks about.
CM Punk versus Undertaker was an
That's
incredible,
because it's CM
incredible
I
Punk.
think
match.
it's one of the underrated matches
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
really talks about.
Well, people, same thing. I thought Jericho and Punk had an incredible match too. And I love that storyline when Jericho was throwing liquor on Punk's face, saying you're a drunk just like your father. And yeah, you know, like that shit was a great storyline. It made Jericho look like the biggest fucking asshole possible.
I thought the biggest asshole when he had that storyline with Shawn Michaels. I thought that was made him like the biggest asshole. Because
Do you remember the storyline with Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton, where Shawn Michaels like slapped the shit out of Randy Orton right in the fucking face? Like they had like some crazy matches, those two fucking guys, Shawn Michaels and Randy, man. But now that if I start thinking about Randy's matches over the last 20 years, like my favorite match with him is probably that Mick Foley match. So
I think it was
I'll have to
I
look
don't
back
remember
to
which
one.
pay-per-view. I think it was Last Man Standing, Randy Orton Triple H.
yeah, that was good. I remember that.
I like that match. It was
I
like for the
definitely remember that.
championship. Yeah.
It was better than the match he
Okay.
had with fucking Bray Wyatt in the Firefly Funhouse, whatever the fuck that garbage was.
That's horrible.
And I remember there was one segment where Randy threw the refrigerator on Bray, and then he burned the fucking house down, bro. Like they went hardcore with that shit, bro. I still can't believe he burned down the house.
Was weird.
No, it was definitely one of their
weird
more
storyline.
out there stories, man. But we're definitely going
They
way over
brought
the
it up a
time
lot
limit.
too.
Anyway, you guys coming back for Dynamite? You guys watching Dynamite?
There's always NXT, baby.
I'm actually watching it tomorrow, Jose. I'm watching that trash tomorrow.
I always watch it, man.
That's
You're on your
terrible.
own on that one.
Hey, you didn't even talk about TNA. We got a new world champion TNA.
Nobody watches TNA. Nobody watches
Josh
TNA.
Alexander
Listen,
just won the
I
belt.
only know this because I listen to Busted Open. If not, I would not have no clue about anything to do with
Well,
Impact.
Josh Alexander won the belt. This time he won.
Yeah, I
it.
know.
And
They interviewed him actually.
yeah, he's part of the tag team.
Wait,
with the
Josh
North
Alexander, the commentator?
Stage, but what happened?
Is that the commentator guy?
Isn't it Josh Gresham? Isn't it Josh Gresham? Something like
Josh Alexander.
that? Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. TNA
He
fucking
was tag
sucks.
team with,
Dixie
Luther
Carter
Page.
can eat my shit.
He has those like muffled things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not watching
It was-
TNA.
It was a great match between him and Moose. It was really good, really technical match.
All right, you know what? I might actually watch the pay-per-view then, man. You trying to do a show on the pay-per-view? You trying to do a show on the pay-per-view? Maybe.
Yeah, it's a pay-per-view, man.
All right, maybe I'll watch it. If it's worth the shit, it's
You know,
good.
it was in Poughkeepsie. I didn't even know Poughkeepsie had an arena out there.
Poughkeepsie's got a few surprises, hidden gems. But again, thank you guys for staying with us and watching the Raw recap. We're going to come back at you soon. I'll be back at least Wednesday night for Dynamite. Friday night, we'll probably all see you for SmackDown, Rampage. And yeah, if you keep following me, subscribe on TikTok and all that good stuff. I got a lot of videos coming on. And pretty soon I'm going to be adding some more stuff to the TikTok page. And I'm working on a website too, Jose. So we'll have a website. There's going to be a profile for Jay. There's going to be a profile for Dave. I'm going to have all their links in there so you can know if you want to contact them or, just find them on social media. Maybe somebody wants to stalk Jose. I don't know. If you guys do have any questions, though, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll make sure to ignore them for the next 2 to 3 years. Maybe one day you'll make it on the Wrestling with Savage. But until then, stay frosty and have a good night, guys. Good night, David. Good night, Jay. Thank you for stopping by. This has been Wrestling with Savage Monday Night Raw recap for April 26, 2020.